Today we are going to learn the new chapter, sound. Any vibrating body which produces sound. Any vibrating body produces sound. See here, in our day-to-day life, we are able to find different objects, they produce sound. When I am speaking, I am capable of producing sound. When this toy is operated, it is producing some sound. When this is operated, this also produces some sort of sound. Next, when you operate this produces another variety of sound. When you take this produces some feeble sound. When you take this down, it produces some different variety of sound. See, it produces loud sound. When the ambulance moving on the road, it produces specific sound. And when the horn blown by the lorry drivers, sometimes we are unable to bear that sound. So like that, different objects and different things, they produce different varieties of sound. Now let us see that the characteristics of sound. It depends upon amplitude and frequency. One is amplitude. If it is depending upon the intensity, if it is more, we can able to produce more sound. Frequency is nothing but pitch. Audible range, in that sound heard by human beings, our human ear can able to detect that 20 cycles per second to 20,000 cycles per second. That only our human ear can able to trace out the sound. Next, mechanical wave. For the sound wave to propagate, medium is required. Normally the medium means it may be solid medium or the liquid medium or the gaseous medium. So the medium is required for the sound to propagate. Here does not pass through vacuum. Sound waves will never pass through vacuum. Next, what are the different types of sound which you are going to learn in this topic? One is the musical sound, which is very pleasant to hear. Everyone, they enjoy that musical sound. Next, another one is noise. It is unpleasant to hear. We cannot able to bear the noise. Sometimes it may affect our brain even if the noise pollution is more. Let us know about the keywords. Vibration. The to and fro motion of a body from mean position is called as vibration. The to and fro motion of a body from its mean position is called as vibration. If you tie a simple pendulum and if you leave it, it is in the mean position here. And if you apply force and if you leave it, it starts vibrating. This to and fro motion of object only we are calling it as vibrations. Amplitude, the maximum displacement of a vibrating body from its mean position is called its amplitude. Let us take the example. If I take from the mean position of this object to the extreme position like this, and this is what the extreme position. Now it starts moving. How much distance it is traveling from one side, the same distance it will travel to the other side from the mean position. Next, pitch. The stillness of a sound is known as pitch. The stillness of a sound is known as pitch. Normally, the pitch is maximum for the females and less for males. High pitch for females and low pitch for males. Decibel. It is the unit for measuring intensity of sound. See, if at all it is in between 20 decibels to 20,000 decibels means a human ear can able to detect the sound. If it is less than 20 decibels, it is called infrasonic. It is more than 20,000 decibels means it is called as ultrasonic sounds. Next, loudness. Loudness or softness of sound depends upon amplitude. Loud sounds are having greater amplitude. This object, it is having high amplitude, so it is making loud sound. This also making loud sound because it is having high amplitude. This also somehow it is having high amplitude. This is having low amplitude. Low amplitude. It is producing feeble sound. Eardrum, the thin membrane at the end of auditory canal. We are going to discuss later. This is the part, eardrum is the part in our ear. A thin membrane at the end of auditory canal. Next, vacuum, without medium, means here no solid particles, no liquid particles and no gaseous particles. It is called as vacuum. Next, vocal cords, muscular ligaments at the end of windpipe. Here later we can able to discuss with the help of a diagram. Windpipe is nothing but trachea. At the top of the trachea we are having voice box or the larynx. Next, there we are able to find that production of sound will be taken place. Next, shrillness, sound of higher frequency produce shrillness. Sound of higher frequency produce shrillness. Next, audible range. The hearing limit of sounds by human beings is called audible range. Already we have discussed that 20 decibels to 20,000 decibels. Next, music, the sounds which are pleasant to hear. We will enjoy the music. Even a layman can able to enjoy the music because we are having the aesthetic sense. Next, noise, the sounds which are not pleasant to hear, which causes some mental irritation, those are called as noises. Next, frequency, the number of vibrations per second is called its frequency. Number of vibrations per second is called its frequency. Body could able to produce sound. Any vibrating body could able to produce sound. Here let us take one iron rod and then hit it with a hammer. Hit that iron rod with a hammer. It produces some sort of vibrations. That is what we are capable of hearing the school bell in the same manner. Ayas or the peons used to give that bell. So they are producing some sort of vibrations. When they reach our ears, we can able to hear the sound. For that, another example it was given. Let us take one hacksaw blade and place it on a table and put some heavy weight over it. And if you apply pressure here, this hacksaw blade moves up and down. And it produces some sort of vibrations. Next, another hacksaw blade and weight is placed over it like this. And if I start applying force on it, it starts vibrating. It is showing to and fro motion. See, it is the mean position, and while I am just pushing to the extreme position, you see that. If I apply more pressure, more force, it will move very fast. And if I start hitting this, it is giving some sort of sound. It is making some sound with a hammer. If I start hitting this water bottle, it is giving another sound. Now we are able to find that vibrations which are produced by hacksaw blade. Instruments, musical instruments, they are mainly of two types. One is membranous or membrane type of musical instruments. For that, tabla and drum, these two are the examples. If you take the drum, it is having the cylindrical structure and both the ends it is covered with some sort of animal hide. Means the skin of animal tightly it will be covering these two ends. It will be stretched and then tied. And if you hit it both the ends with fingers or the sticks, inside this drum is having the air column, air. and here the vibrations will be produced from the both the sides. Vibrations which are produced from here, they are going to the other end. Vibrations which are produced here, they are coming this side. That is what it is giving some sort of sound. And string instruments, for that violin is one example, veena and guitar. If you cut the string of any one of these instruments, they will start vibrating and they produce some melodious sounds. Now let us do one activity with Jal Tarang. Jal Tarang. So for that let us take 5 glasses and they are filled with water, and water will be filled in different heights in 5 glasses. See here it is having minimum height of water, and the last 5th glass is having maximum height of water. So here wherever the minimum water is there, the rest of the place in the glass it is occupied by air column, we can say air column, and here it is having less than the first one, and this is having less than the first 2, like that we are able to make the Jal Tarang. So here let us do the activity. Here this is the glass 1, this is glass 2, glass 3, glass 4 and glass 5. And if we observe that here to here air column and here to here air column, here air column it is decreasing. When the water column increases one after one, air column decreases. If I start hitting with wooden stick, it is producing some sort of sound. If I start hitting with different sounds, we are able to get. See here it is having high level of air column, so it is producing some sort of sound. Here this, and in this different variety of sound. Here another variety, here another. So we can do, let us take one glass container or metal container and put one cell phone into that cell phone. Next, tie that mouth of the glass tumbler with a rubber material. Tightly it will be stretched, then tied to the mouth of this container. And here inside this material is having the air, empty space is filled with air. And if you observe that by giving the ring to this high volume, we used to get it. See, I have taken a vessel and inside I kept one mobile phone and ringtone it is given, and here if you take that rubber string, if it is stretched and then if you attach to the mouth of the glass bottle, we are able to find some sort of vibrations. So whether really vibrations are given or not, let us see. Sugar granules. See, if I drop some of the sugar crystals over it, they start jumping. They start moving away from that because of the vibrations. They are moving. When the ringing tone comes, we are able to find some sort of movement of these sugar granules, sugar crystals. Vibrations which are produced inside the glass tumbler. You also do the same experiment at home. You observe it, how they are jumping. Sound produced by human beings. Here, this is what called as windpipe or trachea, which is having C-shaped cartilaginous rings. At the top, we are able to find 2 muscular ligaments. These 2 are muscular ligaments which are vocal cords. When they start vibrating, then we can able to produce the sound. When I am producing the sound, you are capable of listening it. Here, when the ligaments are opened, these 2 are the muscular ligaments. When they are opened, the air goes into the windpipe, then into the lungs. And when these 2, when they were closed, when the muscular ligaments, when they are closed, when you start speaking. While we are speaking, these two muscular ligaments, they will close with each other. We breathe in, at that time when the air goes in, the ligaments, they will be opened like this. When we are exhaling, when the air comes out, the coming out air which makes the two ligaments to vibrate, two muscular ligaments to vibrate, that is what the reason we are capable of producing sound. For the men, normally the size of these ligaments 20 millimeters. For the woman it is 5 millimeters thickness we are able to find. Next, another one for the children, less than woman. Next, sound needs medium to propagate. Medium means here the matter can exist in three different states: solid, liquid and the gaseous state. See here, solid and water is in the liquid state, air is in the gaseous state. The velocity of sound in gaseous state is 330 meters per second. The velocity of sound in any liquid like water and all 1490 meters per second. Next, if it is solids, the velocity is maximum more than 5000 meters per second. 5000 meters per second. In different books the value is given in different way, so above 5000 you can write. So by seeing these values we can come to know that in solids the sound velocity is maximum than liquids and gaseous state. Solids sound velocity is maximum. For that, one example is given, activity is given. Let us take two matchboxes, connect it with thread, and close it, and you ask your friend to, it may be 20 meters length or 10 meters length, like that you can take. You be in one room, you ask your friend to be in the other room, and you start saying some words by using this, and where the matchbox is closed you open it and you start speaking it, and the friend who is there in the other room, he could able to listen to your words, because the sound can be propagated from one end to the other end. Here this is what the rope is or the string it is in the solid state, so he could able to listen. For that, another example, while you are just climbing the first story building, second story and third story building, railing will be there for holding. While we are just stepping up, some sort of railing will be there, we are holding and climbing up. So if you are in the first floor, you ask your friend to be in the third floor, and if you start saying something here nearby the rod, steel rod, and he could able to hear what you are speaking, alphabetical letters or the numbers, whatever you are saying, that it is audible to your friend who is there in the third floor. The same railing it continues. That is what, through solid material, through steel material, he could able to reach that whatever the sound waves. Here steel we can write. Steel, the velocity of sound is above 5000 meters per second. Table like this, and if you place one wooden scale in this manner, and if you start speaking something from here this end, and you ask your friend to keep one of his ear, right or left ear here, and whatever you are saying from this end, it will be audible to your friend. So here the wooden scale could able to carry that sound waves from one end to the other end. This experiment also you can do at home. Now let us discuss about sound characteristics. What is amplitude? Here let us take one of the table or some of the stand like this, and one of the pendulum. In the science lab, metallic bob will be there. We are calling it as a pendulum. It is having a small hook tied with a string, and if it is at rest position, we can say that it is in the mean position. If you pull that same string to the one end, it is going to the extreme position. if you start leaving it, again it comes to its mean position, and whatever the distance from here to here it has traveled, the same distance it is moving to the other end. This is another extreme position we can say. So here to here totally, when the bob move from one end to the other end, one extreme end to the other end, we can call that one oscillation was completed. One oscillation was completed. Next here, the distance between the mean position to the extreme position, we are calling it as amplitude. The mean position to the extreme position, this distance we are calling it as amplitude. Here you see that the loudness depends upon the amplitude. If it is having more amplitude, they can able to produce loud sound. If the amplitude is less, the distance from mean to the extreme it is less means, then they can able to produce very soft sound or the feeble sounds. Here the distance between mean position to the extreme position, we are calling it as amplitude. For that, a simple diagrammatic picture we can see. Here to here, this distance only we can call it as amplitude. And another wave, sound wave, if you take, if it is like this, here to here, this distance only we are calling it as amplitude. This is having less amplitude, and here this is having more amplitude. This is what the mean position, this is what the extreme position. For this wave, this is what the mean position, this is what the extreme position. What is meant by frequency means, here from a particular point in 1 second, how many waves they can able to travel. If it is a big wave like this, see, within 1 second only 3 waves only if they cross a point like this means, here we can say that the frequency is less, and here we are able to find more number of waves they are crossing here, more number of waves they are crossing from a single point within 1 second. 1 second only, but small waves, more waves they are crossing, frequency is more here.